Have you ever wondered how Araya was able to stop and control Ryu's iron sand? During the fight against Ryu, Ryu used his iron sand to take control of Sarada, Yodo and Mitsuki after realizing that they, along with Araya, had betrayed him. They planned to defeat him to collect his stone soul bulb, which would have helped them free Shinki from his tree. As punishment for their betrayal, Ryu controlled Sarada and Yodo's bodies like puppets, forcing them to attack each other. But before they could, Araya used his blade to perform a jutsu called the Lodestone Sand Sealing Blade. This jutsu removed the iron sand that Ryu was using to control Sarada and Yodo, allowing them to move freely again. In this video, I'll explain how Araya gained the power to stop and control Ryu's iron sand and how this ability helped him, Sarada, Mitsuki, and Yodo in their battle against Ryu. How did Araya get the power to control and stop Ryu's iron sand? Araya gained this ability because Shinki infused Araya's blade with his chakra. When Araya uses his wind-style sword jutsu along with Shinki's chakra, he's able to control the iron sand in a similar way to Shinki. This means Araya could control Ryu's iron sand because Ryu came into being using Shinki's chakra after Shinki was devoured and turned into a tree. The iron sand that Ryu controls is still connected to Shinki's chakra. Because of this connection, Araya could use Shinki's infused chakra to manipulate Ryu's iron sand. So what made Shinki give Araya the power to control his iron sand? Shinki did it so he could better protect his father, Gaara. He wanted to make both of his power and Araya's power as strong as possible to keep Gaara safe. Even though Shinki has been turned into a tree, Araya is now using this power to protect Gaara and to save Shinki. His goal is to defeat Ryu and collect his stone soul bulb to free Shinki from the tree. Gaara's life is in danger because Ryu needs to devour him to form his identity and gain information. Right now, Gaara is protected by a special jutsu that Shinki cast before he was devoured. However, since Ryu was created using Shinki as a base model, he has the ability to break this jutsu. This is why Araya must do everything he can to defeat Ryu, to save both Shinki and Gaara. To understand why the divine trees, Jura, Ryu, Matsuri, Mamashu, and Hidari need to devour their targets to form their identity and gain information, I've added a link to a video in the description that explains everything in detail. Or if you want to keep watching this video, you can click on the video shown at the end screen. That way you can watch that video after you finish watching this one. Now that you understand how Araya got the power to control and stop Ryu's iron sand, let's look at how this ability helped him, Sarada, Mitsuki, and Yodo in their battle against Ryu. Ryu used his iron sand to take control of Mitsuki, Sarada, and Yodo's bodies like puppets, making Yodo and Sarada attack each other. But before they could, Araya used his blade infused with Shinki's chakra to remove the iron sand from Sarada and Yodo, giving them back control of their bodies. Right after, he also removed the iron sand that was restraining Mitsuki, allowing all four of them to fight Ryu without worrying about being controlled. Araya then suggested that Mitsuki and Sarada focus on attacking Ryu while he handled the iron sand. They agreed, but Ryu thought Araya was being overconfident and mocking him, which only motivated him to fight harder. Ryu then attacked all of them with a huge amount of iron sand, but Araya used his chakra-infused blade to cancel it out. Ryu tried a sneak attack from behind, but Yodo, using her advanced hearing, detected it in time and warned her teammates. This gave Araya the chance to cancel out the iron sand attack once again. At this point, Ryu realized Araya was not just talking big, he could actually handle the iron sand, while Sarada and Mitsuki focused on their attacks. While Ryu was distracted, Sarada prepared to hit him with her fire-style fireball jutsu. Ryu blocked it with the iron sand, but this allowed Mitsuki to use his snake sage mode to send snakes through the ground. The snakes wrapped Ryu to hold him in place, and one of them tried to bite him. However, Ryu broke apart into iron sand and escaped. Mitsuki quickly warned his teammates that Ryu could turn himself into iron sand. Yodo then used her advanced hearing and noticed sand grains rubbing together at 2 o'clock. Araya spotted the iron sand coming together in the air and figured out it was Ryu. He used his chakra-infused blade to gather the iron sand, forcing Ryu to become visible again. Araya immediately told Mitsuki to attack, and Mitsuki's snake sage mode snakes beat Ryu. This gave Sarada enough time to activate her 3 Tomoe Sharingan and hit Ryu with Chidori. After being attacked, Ryu once again turned into iron sand and hid. While Ryu was hiding, Yodo heard movement above them, meaning Ryu was in the sky. Araya told his teammates to prepare as he will drag Ryu down using his chakra-infused blade. He successfully pulled Ryu back, telling him that hiding was useless. In his response, Ryu summoned a large number of claw grimes to help him fight. Mitsuki used his snake sage mode snakes to defeat some of the claw grimes, while Sarada used her Phoenix flower jutsu to burn others. However, there were too many and they couldn't defeat them all. One claw grime managed to bite Yodo on her right shoulder, putting her at risk of being devoured and turned into a tree. But before that could happen, Araya used his blade to kill the claw grime and save Yodo. However, this move came at a heavy price. Araya's chakra-infused blade got stuck in the claw grime's body. Ryu then used the claw marks to teleport the claw grime along with Araya's blade to a different location. This meant Araya no longer had a way to defend against Ryu's iron sand. Before Ryu got rid of Araya's blade, Araya limited Ryu's ability to control the battlefield. By using Shinki's chakra, Araya was able to control Ryu's iron sand in a similar way to how Shinki would. This gave Araya control over Ryu's powerful weapon. By making Ryu's iron sand useless or even using it against him, Araya weakened Ryu's main strength, forcing him to react instead of acting freely. Araya used his blade to break the control Ryu had over his teammates, Sarada, Mitsuki, and Yodo, giving them the chance to act on their own. Araya separated Ryu's power to control his teammate, turning them from pawns into fighters who could work independently. This made it easy for them to fight against Ryu without worrying about being controlled. Instead of attacking directly, Araya focused on stopping Ryu's iron sand attacks, using Shinki's chakra to stop him from attacking. His aim was to weaken Ryu and gain control through better defense. By defending with his blade, Araya allowed his team to attack freely and used Ryu's own weapon against him. Araya's blade wasn't just for attacking, it helped control Ryu's environment, using the iron sand to reveal Ryu's movements, like when he hid or turned into sand. In the end, Ryu used the claw marks to take away Araya's blade. Even though Araya had control and the blade gave him an advantage, Ryu's final move took away his ability to defend, leaving Araya and his teammates vulnerable. Now Araya, Sarada, Mitsuki, and Yodo must fight, knowing that Ryu could use the iron sand to control them like puppets if they get caught with it.